Hello everyone. We are here commentating this game between Jan and Brian. I am Paul, online
And
known
I'm-
as Herbert Klopstock from the noch 15er Minuten, and commentating with me is...
I'm Ollie, also known as Pinsel.
Alright. Okay, so here we go. We have this game between Jan playing Earth Station and Brian playing Hoshiko, right? Okay, and as far as we can see, both players took their starting hands, and yeah, Jan is just taking his mandatory draw right now. Do you want to say anything about the game, about this matchup, Earth Station Hoshiko?
I think he already took an extra draw, but about the matchup,
Yeah,
Earth Station usually tries to kill the runner
yeah.
with harder use.
Yeah, we can already see a punitive in hand there.
So Hoshiko basically has to survive and use her ID for the economy to survive that. And I also know a bit about the deck that Brian's playing right now. He's playing Devil's Charm to destroy some ice. So that will help him a lot in getting past the Earth Station ID so he can run HQ before contesting remotes.
Yes, he is playing the Ice Destruction Hoshiko, right? With the Devil's Charm and Chisel combo.
Yeah, correct.
Is he playing more Ice Destruction than that?
No, but he has 2 labor rights.
Ah, okay. Is he not playing Hippos?
I think it only has 2 hippos.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, that's even more Ice Destruction. Okay, so yeah, his deck is pretty much focused on destroying the ice and then winning with Stargate, right?
Yes, yeah. And it can just run because Hoshiko really likes running on cheap servers.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so I would say we have pretty standard openings, right? I mean, Earth Station icing HQ and putting an upgrade there. I'm not quite sure. I haven't seen what it is, but it's probably a Crisium, I would say. Maybe Kayambe, but probably Crisium.
This is the Labus deck with Kayamba Grid, which just turtles forever. Crisium is just the best upgrade in Earth Station because it compresses the runner's click because he has to run HQ twice, and it's very expensive trash.
Yeah. Or, I mean, the alternative is running the remote twice after Earth Station is flipped, but that gets also really expensive. I mean, sorry, twice if you put a border control there, but yeah, that gets really expensive as well. So, yeah, that's right. It's probably a Crisium. Also, the agenda composition, the agendas that we see are SSL and Atlas, if I'm not mistaken. So it's probably not the Glacier one that tries to win with Red Planet Couriers, I would guess.
Yeah, that also the early remote
Yeah.
would be very weird for the Glacier one.
Yeah, that's true. The Glacier one would definitely not put its second ice on a remote, I would say. That would definitely go onto HQ or R&D in that case, and not the remote. That's true. Okay, and we can also see Brian just putting down a self-modifying code and just making some money. Okay, here comes the Paladin Poemu, which is really good drip economy in that deck.
We can see a Kayamba Grid on the R&D axis.
Yeah.
So maybe this deck plays a bit more like a Glacier. So
Yeah.
you have to see.
I think it could be a hybrid, right? I mean, the punitive Counter-Strike in hand also makes me think more of a Glacier style than this really quick rush. Those mostly rather play hard-hitting news and the hard-hitting news, high-profile target, and economic warfare package, I would say.
We have another draw for border control. It's very good to have for the remote.
Oh, yes.
And we see the Atlas.
Yeah, and if I see it correctly, there's Lethea Nisei in hand, right? The card on the right seems to be Lethea Nisei, which is a defensive upgrade. Seems
basically
also
a Betty, but doesn't need an end-to-run subroutine on the server itself.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's a bit more reliable than Betty, if you want to say that, but not as good when as Betty is when he really works.
Oh, Brian is just making money off Liberated and Paladin.
Yeah.
And
I think it's
left.
I mean, that's definitely sensible against Earth Station. I mean, it looks like Jan is not playing hard-hitting news. I mean, I haven't seen anything of the 3-card package yet, but Brian doesn't know that, so yeah, it's definitely sensible to be on 16 credits to be able to clear the tax even after hard-hitting news and 2 economic warfares.
Also,
Especially
the
since, yeah, sorry, yeah,
also
go ahead.
the Nisei, Lataya Nisei is a big tell if Brian can access it,
Yeah,
because these
yeah,
codecs usually put lots of influence in rush cards, not these
yes,
luxury
yes,
cards.
yes, definitely. Those would rather play. I mean, hard-hitting news, of course, but then probably Data Raven, maybe Global Food Initiative, and things like that. Yeah, yeah,
Yes, that's. So regarding the game right now, we have a wall-to-wall ticking for counters for the Kayamba grid, just making money, while Brian is just building up. And one of the big part, the big thing of the engine is the SMC and Peddler, which basically hides the information. You can get ice destruction at instant speed, and the corp doesn't know what's coming or not.
yeah. I mean, best case, there is a Devil's Charm on the Street Peddler, so he could just blow up pretty much any eyes with the combination of SMC and Devil's Charm, right?
But it's just being used for daily cast.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I mean
he wants
that.
more money.
Yeah, I mean that's fine too. I mean you definitely need money against Earth Station. Doesn't even matter whether they're Glacier or Rush, but you definitely need money against them. So seems fine.
And you also don't know what was on the Peddler, so
Yeah,
maybe that was the only installable.
yeah, definitely. That's also a very good possibility.
So it's back to Brian's turn, and he's thinking what to do, drawing cards.
Yeah, I think some more setup is not bad because I mean contesting the remote right now, I don't know, seems like a losing proposition. I would say that will cost you a lot of money and would get you into hard-hitting news range. So yeah, I think Brian is playing it carefully here, which is totally
Simul
correct.
Chip and Devil's Charm are
Yeah,
very powerful. The
yeah.
Devil Charm, obviously, for the chisel to instantly destroy ice, and the Simul Chip gets activated by destroying an ice with chisel, because the chisel gets destroyed, then you can put it back for free.
Yeah, and then you can
And
either grab the
yeah,
chisel or the self-modifying code, whatever you need in that situation. Yeah, yeah,
another thing why he can afford to turtle is that the deck he sees plays Kayamba Grid and Wall to Wall, which tries to advance his ice,
yeah, yeah.
but he has ice destruction, so
Yes,
doesn't
yes.
really have to care about it.
Yeah, I think this actually looks pretty good for Brian, I would say, at the moment, because I mean he made some money. The Earth Station can't really pressure him. Didn't score anything so far. I mean, you want to get rid of the wall to wall at some point, but yeah, I would say Brian's deck is pretty good at dismantling this kind of glacier deck.
He also already has one SSL, so there's at most one time when he has to survive punitive.
Yeah, yeah,
We have the Earth Station player just icing his remote again, preparing it for a possible score attempt with another upgrade, probably Lafaya Nisei.
yeah. I think he put the Lethea there earlier, but I mean, doesn't really matter. I think it will be Lethea and a Kayambe grid in there now,
Oh
so
yeah.
doesn't really matter which one he put there first. But yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. Now back
Did
to
mass
Brian.
commercialization for some money, so apparently Earth Station is relatively poor.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think normally when you have, especially with wall to wall and Kayambe, you normally want to advance every ice at least once to make your mass commercializations get more money. But yeah, we don't know what those face down ice are. So
We have a Hortum.
yeah,
See what Brian's deciding to do, whether he wants to blow it up, also to save on the Kayamba trigger
yeah,
later, or just use Black Orchestra.
yeah. I mean, I think my first inclination, it's a bit hard to tell how much money both of them have, but my first inclination would have been to just bounce and give Jan the credit and attack somewhere else. But I mean, blowing it up is fine as well because you need to run HQ at some point against them,
Yeah.
especially against Earth Station. So yeah, I mean, you can blow it up right now, then you won't have to deal with it.
Now that a few turns have passed and the corp has not scored anything, it's usually some agendas are in HQs.
Yeah,
Pressuring
yeah,
HQ to get a good idea what ice can come, which upgrades are coming, or which operations he's hiding. It's a very good thing to do. And by
yeah.
blowing it up, it's for free.
Yeah, totally agree. Also, I mean, as I said, you definitely need to pressure HQ against Earth Station. even if you decide you don't want to run it for excesses, you definitely need to do it if you want to run the remote. So you have to find a way into HQ, and I think it's pretty good to blow up the Kayambe right now, trash it right now before Jan can put like 3 or 4 eyes in front of it.
That's basically how the Earth Station deck wins.
Yeah, yeah.
We have
Okay.
Crisium and Kayambe, which is quite interesting.
Yeah. Now it would be good to be able to see the money, but my guess is that Earth Station is at 5 maybe, and Brian also at 5, I would say. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think it's definitely sensible to trash the Crisium because it is very expensive, but it gets even more expensive if you flip your ID and then put the Crisium there and force the runner to run it twice. So yeah. You don't really want to trash the Crisium, but you have to.
Yeah, you prefer to do it with a stim hack, but then you always
Yeah.
want to pay for it with stim hack. You see attitude adjustment. That should tell Brian that he doesn't have to expect hardy news,
Yes. Yes.
but the
I would agree.
SSL should be make him worry about punitive.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I mean, if the deck plays real 3-pointers that are not Global Food Initiative, I think Punitive is pretty likely in that situation.
We have 2 excesses now. Brian decides to pressure R&D, and let's just see if he decides to rest. We're still thinking 4 credits.
Okay, border control. All right. That's actually pretty good for Brian, isn't it? I mean, yeah, you can just chisel it away.
Yes, it's. I mean, you can deal with it permanently,
Yeah.
and especially later when he has a Stargate, that means he can just Stargate every turn, and
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
no turn when you can be interrupted. We'll just get access on R&D when we see a Colossus, which is arguably one of the best eyes against Hoshiko, because both Kayambe wall to wall can pump it to a strength at which Devil's Charm does no longer kill it immediately.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's true. All the eyes that you can get at strength 7 or above are pretty good against the deck. I mean, I think Brian plays an ice cover, but even then, if you get it up to 8 strength, even that doesn't help anymore. So, yeah, agree that Colossus can be pretty impactful here. Because I mean, you can't really afford to let it fire, and breaking it with MK Ultra is a real pain. So, yeah.
It depends. Like, if you don't want to lose Stargate, but the most breakers are basically pin breakers, and then some resorted for the tags. So you can go through it if you have to, but you don't want to because it means that you cannot have any other programs installed.
Yeah, I mean, also it trashes a resource and it gives you 2 tags. So, I mean, it is a pretty big tax.
We see the Atlas being shuffled away, which tells us that there's not going to be a score anytime soon.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that I would think that also tells Brian that Jan does not think his remote is safe right now. Because I mean, if you think it would be anywhere near safe, you would probably just slam something into there. So, yeah.
And then he's just making money, building up, so he can eventually rest all the stuff. Brian's just making money, just waiting. Let's see what's coming now. So he runs again to force ice reses to see what's coming, and he knows it's most likely Colossus, so it's just attack, and he forces the corp to spend money.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not even sure you want to do that as corp, but then again, it's hard to see the credit pools. So,
If you don't want to get free accesses, at least you have to remove the tag.
yeah. But
Keep
on the
your
other hand,
resources alive.
this gives Atlas Steel. Okay, that's
He's at
painful.
5 points, and now every R&D access could end the game,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the RNG access would be free. That would be even worse.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But then again, like we just discussed, Colossus is the one ice that you can sensibly get up to a strength where you can't just Devil's Charm chisel it. And if you res it right now when it's still weak, you give Brian the opportunity to kill it. So yeah, but I mean, I think I agree with you. It's risky, but you have to do it right now. So yeah.
So Brian's just drawing cards, so he can eventually finish the game with maybe a Stargate. Back to Earth Station, putting back wall to wall.
Yeah.
Put something in there, which is more important.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably going to be the NGO, but I mean, what else? I mean, he probably won't put the wall to wall in there again, so yeah.
Yeah, that is the NGO, but Brian doesn't know it.
Yeah, and I mean, an Atlas with a token, I mean, I think 2 Atlas tokens are where it gets really, really painful for the runner, but even 1 Atlas token is already extremely valuable, so yeah.
Especially valuable to break an R&D lock with Stargate, so you can
Yes.
fetch as an SSL.
Yes, totally. So yeah, I think it's interesting to see whether Brian will attack here or whether he'll call the bluff.
Brian doesn't have to call the bluff. He can just draw excess centrals, try to win there, which he just did.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, okay.
over.
But that's exactly what I meant with calling the bluff, is ignoring it. But yeah. Oh, okay.
So his first game is over, and Hoshiko was pretty good, and Earth Station couldn't get out of the thingy.
Yeah, I agree. It was just too much pressure there, and yeah, Earth Station seemed to be too poor to get out of the lock and res all their eyes. So yeah.
So for the reverse matchup, we have Smoke and Earth Station.
Yes. Yes.
Who do you think will win?
I think that's a good question. I think this matchup is actually not that dissimilar to the Hoshiko Earth Station matchup. It's again, the Earth Station will try to rush out, and Smoke will try to set up. And once Smoke is set up, it can get tough for Earth Station, but in the beginning, Earth Station is extremely strong. So yeah, Smoke's gotta be careful there in the early game. Otherwise, she might just get rushed out or blown up.
I really like Shaper.
And especially Shapers are relatively good with handling how do you use.
Yeah,
Because they have misdirection.
Yeah.
That was me until this morning when I threw decks the other
Also, I think we can spoil that much. We know the list Brian is playing. It's one of these Argus Earth Station variants. He is definitely playing Hard-Hitting News and Economic Warfare and High Profile Target.
The uprising cards in the Hoshiko deck had gotten
And yeah, just like the Argus deck, trying to force the runner into being too aggressive and then murdering them. Or on the other hand, just scoring out.
For rushing, the Earth Station ability is very strong.
Yes.
Because
totally.
paying 6 credits is a lot when you also have to pay for Economic Warfare and the harder to use.
Yes.
So it's really hard
totally.
to beat.
Yeah.
But
But
so
then
it's
again,
less attack angle than like Argus and more credit angle that attacks.
Yeah, that's true. But then again, Smoke with probably misdirection in the deck is one of the best runners to handle it, I would say.
You have to find your stuff in time. That is
that's true. That's true. And okay, Haley is arguably even better with more drip that Economic Warfare can't take away. But yeah.
So we have the first turn with flip, ICQ, and an asset probably.
Yeah,
which is a very good start for Earth Station. Also very reliable because you just need one ice and you can fire Rashida.
Yeah. It could be Rashida. It could be, I don't know. Yeah, it's probably Rashida. Yeah. I mean, it could also be wall to wall. That's fine too. But
with just a diesel and a fixed attacker for some stealth credits, just setting up. But looking in the hand, there's no real money in it, which might
Yeah, I mean, I
become
think
a problem.
Jan did not take a mulligan, right? If I saw that correctly.
Did not. Yeah, Diesel and Netmerker. I don't know why. What he had.
Yeah, because I think the problem with this hand is that okay. Okay. That's very risky to run right now. Okay.
But he's also poor, and Paragon makes a bit of money, and then he can maybe find more money.
Yeah, but he is poor. So I mean, he now spent. But I mean, we don't see the money right there. But he just played. He drew a card. No, he played Diesel, Taka, Paragon, and made a run.
Yeah, so he has 2
he
credits.
is at 2 credits right now, which is not what you want. Which is not where you want to be at against Earth Station.
Yeah, but so it's the hardest news right off the bat.
Yes, it's the hard-hitting news. This game may be over very, very quickly right now. Depends.
Does he
I
have
mean, we already saw Jan's hand, so we know that he has no misdirection in hand. Yeah, let's see if he can get out of this.
Does he have high-profile target, and does he play around it? In principle, he could survive a high-profile target by just taking 2 and clearing 2 tags.
Yeah, that's true.
But
That way you would survive 1 high-profile target. Yeah. Okay, he makes a run. Okay.
that's fine. He gets money with the Paragon.
Yeah. But then again,
agenda as
you
well.
open yourself up to another hard-hitting news. But yeah, it's not that likely. That's true. Okay, he stole an agenda. Unfortunately, I couldn't make out which one it is. But I mean, it was not SDS. But other than that, I don't know.
But he already is in a rough spot. He is tagged.
Yeah.
If he removes all tags, he's very poor and cannot really contest any scores. So he has to take the risk and maybe get hydrogen used again.
Yeah, it's true. You'll probably run and then just remove 2 tags now, right?
Oh, we have.
I think that's the most sensible option right now. Oh, he draws another card. Okay.
Maybe to find something, but maybe Dirty Laundry would have helped, but that was not.
Yeah, but I mean, even with the Dirty Laundry, you die to a single high-profile target.
Missing clicks.
Yeah.
But deciding what to do with his last click. Stolen Yashia for the extra R&D access, and run R&D for 2 accesses.
Yeah.
Hoping to win before the high-profile target hits.
Yeah. I mean, if he finds an Atlas and an SDS or something like that, he could probably win right now. Okay, that's a border control and something else. Okay.
Most likely play food, so he could not lose this turn.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's a good point. Okay, seems like Brian does not have high-profile target in hand, I would say.
Apparently he scored a hostile takeover for money.
Yeah.
And this last 2 clicks. Just asking what was happening last turn.
Okay. Could you make out what that agenda was?
I have no idea what just happened.
I'm pretty sure it was not an Atlas. It was too colorful for that, but I don't know. From the illustration, I would have guessed government takeover, but then the game would be over right now, so I don't know.
I'm much confused to what Brian did last turn, because he scored and then he had 2 clicks left.
Yeah.
So, or maybe it was an Atlas that he had in the remote, and he over-advanced it.
Yeah, that was. But I mean, then again. But then he would just win, right? Yeah. Okay. It was the Atlas that grabs the high-profile target. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's GG. The runner died.
Yeah.
Very quickly.
Yeah. I think we can get back to what we said when Jan kept his hand. I think a hand without burst money against Earth Station is risky. And if you keep something like that, I think you should not run in the first or second turn.
Or you have to at least wait until you can have misdirection.
Yeah, totally. I mean, that's the thing. You don't want to end your turn on 2 credits against Earth Station if you made a run and don't have access to misdirection or something like that. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay, I don't know. Do you have anything more to say about this game?
I don't have anything. No, there's
I think
nothing I
Okay.
can think of.
Okay, same for me. Then I would say thank you very much for watching and see you at the next episode. Bye.